saddened and surprised to hear about the passing of the great Diane Keaton, who we lost way too soon. She was 79. Her movies and her style made her an icon to so many generations through the years. I mean, she, you know.
In the hills of Sullivan Canyon, silence has settled where laughter once echoed. Legendary actress Diane Keaton, the eternal muse of Hollywood's golden age, has died. And while fans mourn her passing, a storm is quietly brewing behind the ivy-covered gates of her estate. The world knew Diane Keaton as an eccentric hat-wearing icon, an Oscar winner, a trailblazer, a woman who defied every expectation of fame. But few knew the woman behind the camera, fiercely private, emotionally complex, and above all, a mother. And now, all eyes are on her son. A son in black, and the quiet echo of grief. Just hours after her death was confirmed, 25-year-old Duke Keaton was seen stepping out of his mother's home for the first time. Dressed in black, 2 silver crosses over his chest, Duke didn't speak. He didn't have to. Gone was the paparazzi parade. No press conferences, no celebrity tributes. Just a young man, walking alone, burdened by grief and the weight of a legacy estimated at $100 million. The final hours at Sullivan Canyon. Emergency call records show paramedics arrived shortly after 8 a.m. By the time Diane reached the hospital, it was too late. Friends say she'd seemed frail after a trip to Palm Springs. Her final Instagram post from April shows her smiling with her dog, Reggie. The caption simply read, "Always grateful for love like this."
You know, your life, you can feel like your life is over, but you never know for sure when one little small event can change everything, can make your life completely revitalized, and also, you know, forces you to kind of face who you are.
Who is Duke Keaton? Really? Born in 2000 and adopted as a baby, Duke grew up far from the spotlight. Diane kept him shielded from fame, even as tabloids followed her love life. She once said, "Motherhood is my greatest role, and the only one that truly matters." He's a quiet soul, a musician. Until this week, most people didn't even know his face. $100 million and a silent will. Diane's fortune wasn't just from films like Annie Hall or The Godfather. She was a real estate powerhouse with a $29 million estate, multiple restored homes, and a wine label. But instead of a messy public will, Diane left behind a private trust. No court drama, no media circus. Just Duke and his sister Dexter, the only beneficiaries. Still, rumors are swirling. The mystery. Why now? She had no known illness, no hospital stays. But weeks before her death, she canceled appearances and moved assets. Was she saying goodbye or protecting her kids? Some friends speak of cryptic calls and closure conversations. The legacy she leaves Diane never married. She often said love eluded her, yet she loved her children with quiet intensity. In her memoir, she wrote, "I didn't give my children life, but they gave me mine." Now, Duke and Dexter must preserve her legacy, from royalties and real estate to causes like animal rescue, arts education, and indie film. For now, Duke remains silent, but behind that silence lies a mystery, a fortune, and a story only just beginning. Because Diane Keaton didn't just leave behind memories, she left behind the final chapter of a life that refused to follow the script. What do you think? Is this the end of a Hollywood story, or the start of something new? Tell us in the comments. Pop Talk Daily, where pop culture gets personal.